What do you think the biggest mistake is with these people that come into the gym, they want to change their life, new year, and it just doesn't go their way? What do they do wrong?
You just kind of throw the kitchen sink at it. All right, I'm going to work out 5 days a week for an hour. On top of that, I'm going to do an hour of cardio every day, and I'm going to be following this diet to the T, making no mistakes. You give yourself no grace. You expect yourself to be that guy that's 100% dedicated, 100% perfect right off rip. It's a little unrealistic.
A lot online too. It's like there's so many influencers. It's actually like really hard to figure out what you should listen to and what you shouldn't listen to.
For sure. Navigating the mess of what social media has turned into and finding key people to listen to and really take good information from it's extremely difficult. There's a lot of slop out there. Maybe we can kind of lend a hand in helping to navigate that world a little bit, steer you in the proper directions of, being able to see for yourself what information is good, what information is bad, and really understanding how do you digest some of this content that you're taking in. What's going on, everyone? This is the first episode of the Living Well podcast. My name is Jack. I'm here with my co-hosts, Chris and David. We've got some fun things to share with you guys. This podcast really came about by talking to our boss, Glenn. He always asks us some tips and tricks on getting fit and healthy and some workout stuff. And I come from a background in the fitness industry, and I was actually Glenn's trainer for a little while, and David spent some time doing that as well. So that's really the purpose of this pod, and we're just here to share some stuff with you. I'll let these boys introduce themselves, and we'll get into it.
Thank you, Jack. Very well done. Well done, Jack. What's going on, everybody? My name is Chris. I'm here with Jack and David, as Jack just said. I'll be giving you the insight of a little bit more easier to understand. These guys know a lot about it. They have big words, science dudes over here. But I play college baseball. I have a family at home, so I can relate a little bit to it and make it a little bit easier to understand if these big words don't come across as easy as they come across. So that's that, and I'm excited to be here, and let's do it.
Hey guys, this is David. My background is in personal training and bodybuilding. Outside of that, I've done a little bit of powerlifting. So when it comes to a lot of that physical implementation end, that's what I'm here for. Jack's competed in bodybuilding. I've trained quite a few clients. So when it comes to some of those lifestyle implementations that you can make, that's what we're here for.
Being that it is January 2026, we're a little late, but We're going to start the new year around this time. People tend to set some goals for themselves, which is great. New Year's resolutions, everyone's got some big plans for the new year. But a thing that is a bit concerning about the New Year's resolutions is why wait for the new year to set some goals for yourself? Chris, why do you think people do that?
I don't know. Wishful thinking. I don't know. I mean, you could set goals whenever you want. It's just if you're going to do it. But at the end of the year, it feels brand new. A new year, new me. It's hot on Instagram.
Yeah.
I've thrown it out there.
Absolutely.
It makes me sick, but I've done it.
Yeah.
And, I don't follow up with all my stuff. So we got to figure out, if you have a goal, what is it and how you should do it properly.
For sure.
Not one, start step 1 and then step 2, finish. It's 1 through 10.
Absolutely. What I see a lot of times with the New Year's resolutioners, and not to put people in a box like that, because I think it is good to reflect on the previous year and also look forward to the new year that's ahead. A lot of these New Year's resolutions tend to be more of a 30-day challenge rather than a lifestyle change.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
I think what we're looking to do here is kind of give some tips on tricks on how to make sure that you're actually attacking this goal with some direction and some purpose so that it's not going to last till February. It's going to last for a lifetime.
Yeah. If you ask this guy over David, you're probably the most recent in training individuals. What do you think the biggest mistake is with these people that come into the gym, they want to change their life, new year, and it just doesn't go their way? What do they do wrong?
Well, most of the time what I see is you just kind of throw the kitchen sink at it. All right, I'm going to work out 5 days a week for an hour. On top of that, I'm going to do an hour of cardio every day, and I'm going to be following this diet to the T, making no mistakes. You give yourself no grace. You expect yourself to be that guy that's 100% dedicated, 100% perfect right off rip. It's a little unrealistic. Whereas, you get that person rolling with, all right, let's just get you in the gym 5 days a week first.
Show up.
Yeah, just showing up, you win a lot.
Yeah.
And then after we get you in the gym 5 days a week, all right, let's try with the diet. Okay, we got the diet good, we got the gym dialed in. Now we can implement some cardio and you actually start getting towards that goal, actually accomplishing it. Because again, like you said, it's not just 1, 2, done. It's 1 through 10, right? Step 1 is let's frame it out. Step 2 is let's start actually going to the gym. Step 3, all right, we're in the gym. Let's see if we can pick up the intensity, get the specificity right. Step 4, implement that diet. It's a building process.
Yeah, I see a lot online too. It's like there's so many influencers. It's actually like really hard to figure out what you should listen to and what you shouldn't listen to. Because like if you go on your phone right now, like if you've eaten Cheerios, your life's a lie. It's like, uh-oh, I have Cheerios. I've been eating Cheerios. I thought they were good. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then you have like Joe Rogan and all these guys, and you guys know more on that. It's like, who do you listen to? Who's right, who's wrong? And that's where I think you should really just take a minute and just chill out and not soak in everything you see, but go to guys like you guys that do it, know it, and, take it step by step.
For sure. Navigating the mess of what social media has turned into and finding key people to listen to and really take good information from it's extremely difficult. And especially for the youth, right? A lot of these younger folks that are coming up, everyone's on their phones, and a lot of people learn off the TikTok and the Reels, and this is where they get their information from, and they believe it as tried and true as can be. But a lot of times there's a lot of slop out there. So maybe we can kind of lend a hand in helping to navigate that world a little bit, steer you in the proper directions of, being able to see for yourself what information is good, what information is bad, and really understanding how do you digest some of this content that you're taking in, and using it to reach these goals that you're setting for yourself and striving towards these resolutions that you have. It's going to be a challenge, but that's what we're here to kind of flesh out for people.
Well, with the New Year's, and that's our topic for today, I'd like to hear both your opinions on someone who hasn't worked out. So they have a New Year's resolution. They want to lose some weight this year. They don't really work out. They haven't in a while. Can I get a little layout of how many days they should work out a week and how drastic they should change their diet? Because like David just said, one of the biggest errors are people come in and just absolutely wiping the table clean. You can't do that. It's hard. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So like what does a decent start set up for someone who's looking to kind of get into it? And I'll start with David.
So I'd go for just your general get in the gym anywhere from 3 to 5 days, right? For around 45, hour and a half tops. That's how, even at this point in my bodybuilding career, 45 minutes to an hour and a half tops. 4 days a week as my minimum.
4, okay.
Just personally. And outside of that, when it comes to your simple layman that's not necessarily the best and most educated with macronutrients and dieting, like I'd say just look at the back of your package, look for that protein, try to hit around a gram per pound of body weight in protein.
Say it one more time, a gram what?
A gram per pound of body weight in protein.
Okay.
So just as a formula, you could say 1 times 230, around my weight, 230 grams of protein. That'll help them with maintaining some muscle, building new muscle, and even with weight loss, as long as they're in a caloric deficit. And again, them going to the gym, that just gets the ball rolling. Those are 2 easy ways. And then as time progresses, all right, you notice I'm not losing the weight. Well, we can change one of those 2 factors. You're able to start tracking the calories on top of just the protein, and you can kind of control the calories. Less is more, right? Less calories, more weight loss. And then,
light bulb.
Wow. And then we could kind of focus on the training as well. All right, do I need to increase the intensity? So train a little bit harder. Do I need to do a little bit more? Do I need to add in the cardio like we touched on earlier? And that's just your kind of groundworks for the process. And let's say you don't have a gym. You can just go out in your yard. Calisthenics,
do a flip.
exists.
Just roll around, do a backflip, right? What do you mean? It's simple. But yeah, that makes a good amount of sense. Jack, what do you got against that?
I think that I think that's great, right? And I think for the person that's never worked out before, something like even as simple as that sounds a little scary, and that can make people a little bit apprehensive. If you're trying to, start on a journey, you can start by simply implementing 10-minute walks in between your meals. If you know, jump rope, that's even pretty scary. That scares me.
Yeah.
When's the last time you've jump rope, Chris?
I set myself up for that because I knew you'd ask me. I jump roped last weekend.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
It was pretty intense.
You just wanted to talk about your jump rope.
I did. I got game.
I get it.
Yep.
All right.
I need evidence.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah, post to TikTok.
No.
No, but I think you can really make things simple. 10-minute walks in between meals is a great way to start. Get the body moving. Activity is going to be one of the biggest factors in here. Like David touched on, at the end of the day, whether your goal is to lose weight or build muscle, the most important factor is calories in versus calories out. Meaning, if you're consuming X amount of calories, you're going to want to burn Y amount of calories to be in a weight loss, be in a caloric deficit.
So
Right.
I feel like there's a common misunderstanding with that, because you'll, again, on social medias, you'll hear stuff online. It's like, well, you can lose weight eating candy and a bunch of sugar as long as you have less calories in and then more calories burned. Is that true?
There's some nuance to it, and I'll let David touch on this a little bit too.
David, talk.
But
Can someone at home or someone trying to lose weight, anybody, can they do it while still eating junk food as long as they eat less and burn more? Is that what we got? Big side.
Don't take this and run with it, but yes.
You can.
Now, here are our key points of nuance, right? Okay, I could sit there and eat ice cream, donuts, etc. Am I going to feel full the whole day? No. Is that going to be nutritious and good fuel for my body? No. Am I gonna be looking shredded and lean? No. Now, if you're in a bodybuilding prep like either one of these gentlemen have done in the past, you're not sitting there eating food just for the sake of, oh, it tastes good and I want to lose some weight. You're eating food with a purpose, and you have to kind of look at it that way, right? You're not going to sit there and put, your basic run-of-the-mill fuel into a race car that needs high-octane fuel or a diesel engine, for instance, right? And you have to look at your digestive system like that. So if I'm putting all of this shit fuel into my race car of a body, it's not going to perform well. But I'll certainly move. I'll certainly lose some of the weight as long as I'm in that deficit, but I'm going to be inflamed. I'm not going to be maintaining muscle. I'm not going to have good energy levels. Going to have this sense of brain fog, especially with the sugar, Now, it's just your goal, right? If you just want to lose weight and not have to care about a diet, sure. You can eat candy, you can eat your chips, your snacks, and you can slowly see yourself wither away and lose muscle. But fiddle.
But okay, that makes perfect sense. I appreciate that. What can we say to the people watching? Because actually, I don't know this actually too well. Give me a couple foods that are absolutely no way you should eat that if you're trying to start your New Year's resolution well.
I wouldn't recommend taking the candy and junk food and sugar approach just to stay in the caloric deficit. You're going to have a hard time being in a caloric deficit. That's for sure. My advice would be to eat, whole foods, single ingredient foods, avoid things that come in a package. Don't go to McDonald's or Burger King or any of the fast food restaurants.
So no processed, no fried, no heavily enriched foods.
Is that a hot take?
That is a hot take.
I don't think it's a hot take. I
think
think
it's a hot take.
Sensible.
Yeah, no, I think avoiding those things would benefit you.
I agree with the no candy
in your journey. Yeah,
I
no,
think candy's probably the number one I would put on my list. Is like, you probably shouldn't eat that.
yeah.
No,
Like, you should eat other stuff.
soda, juices.
Soda's a number two.
Like
There's so much sugar in soda.
If you can get anything sugar free or lower calorie,
Talking
You
about
should.
Diet Coke. Yes or no?
Oh boy,
amazing.
Diet
Amazing.
Coke is a yes? Diet Coke. Put on the board.
Coke Zero is better than Diet Coke.
Absolutely not.
This
Not
is-
put Coke Zero on the board.
This is a very controversial
So
topic here.
we'll save artificial sweeteners for their own episode, but I will say give me all the artificial sweeteners that you want.
Well, talk to me about that right there. So you have artificial sweeteners. How does it differentiate from an actual sugar-based soda?
to make it simple, calories. All right. Your real soda will always have that good old fashioned high fructose corn syrup.
I love it.
Woo!
Yes.
Now, that is going to be giving us that 150 to 200 calories per can. The big thing that people typically will say about your artificial sweeteners is it's still going to increase your insulin response. Like, you'll see your blood sugar shoot up, and that's kind of going to say you're not going to lose weight. And that's really not that true. Outside of that, there is also the thought that, okay, it's a carcinogen, right? So one of those cancer causing elements, although that's them taking data where it's mega doses. So let's say you're drinking 200 Diet Cokes a day. I know I wouldn't be able to.
A lot of Diet Coke.
200?
No.
All right. See what I'm saying?
Like in 7 days, probably 8 or 9 Diet Cokes.
Oh, that's more than fine. And if anything, look at it this way. Each one of those is about 150 calories. So you just saved yourself 1,200 calories at minimum.
So I'm on track for my New Year's resolution.
I mean, if your New Year's resolution is to lose weight, yeah.
Okay, it's not, but you get the idea.
I get the
I'm on path. Okay, so then let me ask another question for the boys. You just had a killer workout. It's your first time back in the gym. I pound a Gatorade. Is that bad? Is that bad? Because this is what I think we need to talk on, because there's so many things that we're eating and drinking that is shown on TV as like, this is good. But some of these things are adding weight to you without you knowing it. Mm-hmm. Like, if you don't know at home, Gatorade, a normal Gatorade, has a lot of sugar in it. Is that right?
What's it, like 40, 50 grams of sugar?
That's a lot of sugar.
I think it's at least 40.
Yeah.
But the main point here is the context, and I think that's what Chris is getting at. Having that full calorie Gatorade mid-workout, post-workout, it's not bad, especially if you're a healthy guy and you're not like actively trying to lose a massive amount of weight or something, right? At that point, you have the space to allot for the calories and the carbs. And if you're drinking it mid-workout, you're going to get a better pump. Simply put.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, Miami Hurricanes, Powerade is a better electrolyte formula.
I hate Powerade. Sorry. Gatorade's better. That's not a wild take, is it?
I don't think it's a wild take.
Generally not.
I think that's your opinion.
Powerade stinks. I'm going to say it.
Powerade stinks. I don't sponsor us Powerade.
Powerade sponsor me personally.
Give me a call.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, the drinking the calories, if you're in a weight loss phase, I would advise against drinking calories, is just a general rule. There's nothing wrong with having a Gatorade during a strenuous workout, right? What was Gatorade intended for, right?
Recovery, right?
It was intended for athletes to be drinking during their games, right? Didn't Gatorade come from the Florida Gators football team?
Go Gators.
I'm pretty sure that was the origin. And don't quote me on this. And just a fair disclaimer, fact check this podcast all the time. Yeah. None of us are experts on this. We're just a couple dudes that kind of have a general understanding of this stuff, except for Chris. Hey, he said it, not me. Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Gatorade was a electrolyte formula that was made for the Florida Gators football team, and that's why it's called Gatorade. And the Seminoles, they're pretty anti-Gatorade, so I think they actually go with Powerade because of that reason.
This is a great example. This is why the Gators are better than the Seminoles, because they drink Powerade, and the Gators drink Gatorade.
I have no dogs in this fight.
And it's very clear that the Gators are better, but we'll continue.
The superior Powerade formula would argue, but continue, Chris.
Okay, I will.
I will.
In sports too, this doesn't really pertain to much in this conversation, but I don't drink the color red because in case, you're working out or you're, playing football or doing whatever, if you throw up the red Gatorade, you don't know right away if that's blood or not. It's red. Someone's got to taste it or smell it. You don't really know.
This is extremely interesting.
Is that a hot take? Am I a 2 for 2 for hot takes?
Very off topic.
I'm dumbfounded. I don't know what to say to that.
I think we just shouldn't be training to the extent that we vomit. I know I don't always adhere to this.
Time out. You heard what he just said.
I mean, ideally, you don't want to vomit during your workout. You should be training. That's going to scare people right away. If you're looking to get in shape, 2026, you need to puke every single time you walk into the gym.
I never do that. We were bulimic.
No, don't do that.
No, I only said that because David is prone to throwing up after a nice leg day.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Let's go. She's psycho.
your frequency of throwing up may increase on a leg day, but that
Yeah.
also could be because of the pre-workout that you took or your pre-workout nutrition. Maybe it wasn't the best. You ate a Mexican food a little bit too close to your leg day. That could be a problem as well.
Okay.
It also could be a dehydration factor. You might not be drinking enough water.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into just working out. And again, I go back to the social media stuff. It's like, you need to drink a pre-workout. Then you need to have, but for 30 minutes, you have to have an intake of this, and then that, and then this. What is a basic, very basic formula for someone going to the gym, and how can they have a better time just preparing a little bit?
I would start by drinking enough water,
How much?
for sure. Well, it's going to be dependent on the person.
Okay.
I would just say a gallon a day.
I mean, it's a good starting point, right?
Is that too much?
I wouldn't say that's too much at all. No,
So-
it's adequate.
What if someone doesn't really drink a lot of water, okay, and they want to have a New Year's resolution, do their thing? Would you say it's hard to go from barely a bottle and a half to a gallon?
I mean, you're definitely going to have a hard time.
Because I know a
Right
bunch of
off
people
the
I've
rip.
talked to about that. When it's like, how much water do you drink? I'm like, oh, I have a bottle. I'm like, you should drink a gallon.
Yeah.
And it's like 15 times. that.
So I will say there's, of course, a learning curve with anything. One thing that helped me with my water intake tremendously was, please sponsor us, LaCroix, the sparkling waters.
I hate
Amazing.
Mm.
Well, you can hate them if you want, but if it's going to help you get in more water and it's not increasing your calories and it's not dehydrating you through
Makes it fun.
sodium, anything else, yeah,
Okay, LaCroix. And there's no calories in that?
no calories. And again, you can go with any 0-calorie sparkling water, and as long as it's not one that's sat in like, you know how some 0-calorie drinks will have increased sodium to give you that type of sweet flavor. As long as you're not sitting there and spiking your sodium throughout the day by doing that, it's a great option.
I think David just loves artificial sweeteners.
There's none in a LaCroix. Come on. LaCroix
There's got to be something.
LaCroix.
There's got to be something in there that's making it taste like
I
that.
have a guilty addiction to the Pedialytes.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
They're really good. Like some people I know, like they can't even smell them. It's like, oh, it's medicine.
If you do have yak on a leg day, you go straight for that.
They even made a Gatorolite, which is like the same thing. First of all, there's like 500 milligrams of sodium, I think.
Mhm.
Those are pretty great.
Well, what people are starting to realize is how important electrolytes are.
Mm-hmm.
So
And that's salt. That has something to do with salt, right?
Yes.
So water, electrolytes, and salt are a combo that you kind of want to
it's
have.
more than just salt. David,
So
go ahead.
sodium is one of the electrolytes. Same with potassium, and those are just two off the head examples, right? Now it's just more so around you having a balanced electrolyte profile in your body. That way you can actually hold on to the water you're drinking and use it properly, right? We put too much water in us, we flush out the electrolytes, and your body's not going to be uptaking, holding, and managing the water as well. If you have too many electrolytes, you're just going to end up holding on to every little bit of water that you have, and that's going to end up mismanaging it. But that's just the human body in general. You know, you send one thing a little bit overboard, other bad things start happening in a cascading effect. You know, too much water could kill you, arguably.
Well,
but-
too much of anything, I think, could kill you.
There you go, LD50.
Let's test the limits a little bit.
That would be a tough way to go. Too much water? What, do you just blow up?
Yeah, I guess so. You
Or you
drown.
I think internally you would just burst.
How much water do you think it would take to drown yourself?
I actually think I saw on YouTube once there was a radio show that was doing a giveaway for like a PlayStation or something like that, who could drink the most water. And a guy came in, you know those big containers that you put coins in,
Oh, yeah.
that you fill it?
Yeah.
He drank one,
Oh.
like a whole one. And then he got the prize or whatever, and like he died.
Yes, because too much water intake.
I'm not 100% if that's true now. I'm gonna have to probably look at that after, but I'm 99% sure.
Sounds like a tall tale. You should fact check that.
I can't fully explain how and the mechanisms of actions, but I will say I've heard of multiple accounts of you can drink too much water and die.
Well, if I drink a swimming pool, I'm sure that I would die.
I don't know if you physically could drink a swimming pool,
If I
Jack.
tried to drink a swimming pool, I would probably fail and die.
Now we're scaring people to drink a gallon of water.
Sorry, so let's bring it back. I think you should not drink a swimming pool, but you should drink at least a gallon of water a day.
Basic level part. a gallon of water.
General rule. Leave it right there. And there may be someone that has some sort of a medical ailment that prevents them from being able to do that. You should consult your doctor, because it's not me.
Because you're not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor. Are you a
I'm
doctor?
not a doctor.
David, are you by chance a doctor?
I don't see a PhD in my name.
No.
But you can spell it. So I should listen to you. Doctor it is.
Dr. David. David here to give you the rundown on your fitness.
Touch on our key points today so far. You want to go ahead and start with a plan, a reasonable plan that you can accomplish. Don't overdo it. So if you're going to the gym, I think what David said before was at least 4 days a week.
3 to
4.
4 as a minimum.
I think 4 is ambitious for a first-time gym goer. I think as many days that you can start with is a good start, right? If you've not gone to the gym ever and you're going to start with 1 day a week, that's a win, right?
That's a win.
Let's stack some small goals here, right?
Clap it up
Because-
for that win. Come on.
Hang on. You're going to want to write this down on the whiteboard in Glenn's house. Consistency compounds.
You hear that, Glenn?
So if it's January 5th, right? You're going to go to the gym today. It's going to be your first time, and you're going to go to the gym again next week. That is a better start than not going to the gym at all. Thanks for joining us for the first episode of the Living Well podcast. We're just a couple dudes here trying to give you guys some fun information to help you get you motivated to get moving.